This morning, reports are emerging of an attack near a checkpoint in the occupied West Bank. Israeli police say 3 gunmen opened fire and at least 1 person was killed. Well, for the very latest, our senior reporter Catherine Norris Trent is standing by for us in Jerusalem, not far from where this attack took place. Catherine, what do we know this morning?
We know that this attack, according to Israeli police, took place at around 7:30 a.m. at a checkpoint on the main highway leading east of Jerusalem, near the settlement in the occupied West Bank of Ma'ale Adumim. 1 Israeli reported killed, a number of others are said to be injured, some of them severely so. And according to Israeli security sources, there were 3 gunmen who opened fire on those cars waiting at that checkpoint in early morning traffic with automatic weapons. 2 of those gunmen were shot dead at the scene. 1 of them was later found in the area and detained. But this shows just how tense the situation in and around the West Bank remains. And to illustrate that, we've had the National Security Minister, far-right Itamar Ben-Gvir, who's been down at the scene. He himself lives in a settlement in the West Bank, and he said that this shows the need for the further arming of settlers. He says he's been distributing guns and will continue to do so. Also, another far-right minister in the current government, Bezalel Smotrich, the finance minister, says that the Israeli response to this should be the building of thousands more settlements in that area and throughout the occupied West Bank. And there are real fears that this tension, which has been simmering in the West Bank, which we've been reporting on now for months alongside the conflict in Gaza, is reaching boiling point, and it could just take a spark to set this whole thing off.
Well, you said it, Catherine. This attack today underscores the huge volatility we're seeing in Israel and the West Bank amid the war in Gaza. Just tell us a little more.
That's right. I mean, the whole region is on edge, and there are fears that in the holy Muslim month, the Ramadan, next month, that could get a lot worse, not only because that's when the Israeli government or members of the war cabinet have said that they could launch a major offensive on Rafah, but because of issues sparked by access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, one of the holiest sites in Islam. And there have been a lot of reports that the Israeli government is considering severely restricting access to that, potentially to only men over age 70 or only from Muslims living inside Israel's 1948 boundaries. And that is sparking a lot of anger. In fact, it's being reported even in the Israeli media that the heads of Shin Bet, the intelligence agency, are warning that this could be an inflammatory move and could set off tensions. I mean, you have hundreds of thousands of people who come to pray at Al-Aqsa during Ramadan, and it can be a site for tensions. We've seen that in the past, and it's such a sensitive issue that it risks also setting off unrest if there are tensions or violence around the mosque at that very sensitive time.